my future is carved in favor. You are the answer. I'm already blessed. I'm already blessed. Don't need to fight for all your affection. Your love pursues me, and you choose me still.
Alright, welcome to another episode of Growing with Wisdom. If you have not done so already, go ahead and like, share, and subscribe. I'm going to give you a few minutes to do that. So, yeah, go ahead and do that. Give you a few minutes. Now that we've gotten that out of the way, we can talk business. How is everyone doing? Welcome to episode 2, or my second video. For the first 5 minutes of this video, I'm going to need the deep folks, the deep people, to go ahead and fast forward a couple of minutes. Because, yeah, y'all need to go ahead and fast forward a couple of minutes. Can we talk about really quickly, can we talk about Juvenile's Tiny Desk concert? Juvenile's Tiny Desk concert. Can we just talk about, can we talk about it? I do not know what it is, but I don't know. My childhood music growing up has just always been a part of me. And when I saw that the young man was doing a Tiny Desk concert, my. It's something about the music from back then. I don't know. The music now, but the music from back then, it's something about the music from back then. The young man did a Tiny Desk concert, and can I tell you, it was good. It took me back to a very fun time, high school time when music was good. All of this new apple bottoms make you want to bite and all kind of stuff. Baby, go sit down. These young people, these youngins, need to really get in tune with the folks who, as I was saying, these youngins don't know what real music is. These people sing about 1 margaritas, 2 margaritas, do this. Baby, go and sit down. I'm in tune with the back in the days when we had good music from Lauryn Hill and Erykah Badu and all them, you know, them little long time people. This new time music here, womp womp. But the young man threw some songs back. I mean, he performed some of his greatest hits. Slow Motion, back that thing up. Like, yo, them songs, my. But anywho, I just wanted to say I thoroughly enjoyed it. Took me back to some fun times, high school times where I was just, I don't know, just giving my mom a hard time. But yeah, his Tiny Desk concert was great, really great. So as you can see, I'm in my car driving, and one of the things I want for my YouTube channel is to be raw. I don't want scripts and things written out. I just want to speak from my heart. So, you know, you probably will not see me laying down in the content room or sitting in a special chair. We're just going to be in the car, in Food Town, in Publix, you know, in Walmart, just talking, just being raw. So initially in my first video, I talked about a few of the things that I have been experiencing, which is like grief, depression, and anxiety. And through therapy and counseling, I was able to discover that a lot of this was linked to my childhood and growing up. And that was just so surprising to me. I just felt that it was linked to the current season that I was in and what I was currently experiencing. I was really taken back when my therapist told me that a lot of this is linked to my childhood. And when we went into further discussion, I realized that, especially in the Jamaican community, a lot of times we are told, I'm at the gas station about to pump gas, but anyway, a lot of times we are told to be strong, you have to be tough, Don't make nobody hold you down, and all of these affirmations of strength and so forth like that, which is very good, but it also is like a blessing and a curse, because being constantly told to be strong, tough it out, thug it out, nothing wrong with you, and those different things, you never really get to express, or you never get to really feel the emotions of how you're actually feeling. So, for example, when people die, you're not really able to experience grief. You go to the funeral, you may shed a tear or two, you may cry for a few days, but you never really get to express that emotion, because growing up culturally, you have been taught to just be strong, be strong, be strong. So you're never able to fully grieve. So you take on that death, you kind of get through, life goes, you go back to work, you go back to church, you go back to living life, and it's kind of swept under the rug. And for years, you continue with that cycle. Again, this is what you have been taught generationally, so you continue. So then it gets to a place where when people die, or when our loved ones die, you literally just become, like for me, and I'm only speaking for me personally, you become numb to it. You don't deal with it, you just become numb to it. So before you know it, you are bottled up with all this grief inside, and it's never really expressed. It's like you just keep going, you keep stuffing it in, and it's just like basically stuffing a bottle, and at some point, that bottle is going to get full and you won't be able to stuff anymore. And that is when you start exhibiting experience of depression, anxiety, but you can't really put language to it. You just think that you're going through life. And that's what personally happened to me. I am a very social, very fun person. So I disguise my hurt and anger through, laughter, through having fun. I kind of disregard my feelings. And, growing up, getting, into my 30s now, I recognize that it is not healthy. It's really not healthy. And I recognize it's causing more damage than I expected. So now you are walking around basically damaged. You're walking around broken. You're walking around hurt. You're walking around, and it's just like the cycle continues. And until you grab hold of yourself, and until you grab hold of it and what you're experiencing, it is like going on the best way I can explain it, honestly, is like going on a merry-go-round. That's the best way I can explain it. You will go round and round and round and round and round and round until you seek out the help and stuff that you need. And that's why I feel that therapy is so important, because had I not taken the time to sit down and see a therapist and talk about these feelings and emotions, I would have never known that this is what I was experiencing, and I would have never known the steps to take to healing and to getting better and feeling better. So it's very important that you find help and you seek help. And something that's a very touchy subject for people is I don't really want to call it generational curses, even though a part of it may be that. But a lot of what we experience are things that are passed down. Sorry about that. Things that are passed down through our bloodline. Things that are passed down, from generation to generation to generation. So while yes, I agree with you have to be tough. You got to be strong. But there are also times where you have to be weak. You have to be vulnerable. And in our Jamaican culture, that is not promoted at all. To the least of my knowledge, it's not promoted. And it's important that we stop the cycle. We, end the cycle of things that we have experienced in our childhood and things that we've known to be right all our lives. It's like, honestly, you have to go back and unlearn so many things that you have learned to be true. What I would like to also say is that, a lot of times we can't even blame our parents for some of this, because to be honest with you, they went through the same process. Their parents taught them to be strong. Don't make nobody hold it on. Don't tell nobody your business. Go talk to one tree or dog or puss or, these different things. These are things that they have been taught. So because they have been taught that, it now cycles down to you, the child or to me. And then now, guess what happens? If you don't put a stop to it, it's like the cycle continues. So to their advantage, our parents didn't know. They didn't even have verbiage for grief. They didn't even have verbiage for what was depression or what was anxiety. These are things that they just probably things that they went through, but they never took the time to address. So to me, once I began therapy, to be honest with you, it is something that is uncomfortable. You have to address things that you never, that you probably don't want to talk about, or address things that you put in the back of your head that you never want to remember. But therapy, grief, all of these different feelings and stuff that we experience, it's all a process. It's all a process. And throughout the process, something that resonated with me and that I have learned is that the process to healing takes commitment, right? It takes commitment. The process to doing anything takes dedication and takes commitment. I was on an excellent weight loss journey, lost like 20, 30 pounds. And guess what? I got comfortable and I stopped, committing to what I was doing and going to the gym 4 and 5 a.m. in the morning. And look at me now. I'm big as a house right now. But that's because I lacked my commitment for finishing what I started. So as I was saying, being committed to the process. Being committed to the process, right? Don't let anybody tell you, you can't let anybody dictate to you, well, this person did from long time, No, it's your process. Go through the process. Go through the process. Go through the emotions. Cry, kick, scream, do what you have to do. But don't, allow yourself to skip pieces of your process, right? You are never going to fully heal. You'll never fully be over grief and all these different emotions if you do not go through the process. I have tried to skip different phases, and I have gotten to a phase where, okay, let me try to ignore how I'm feeling. So I would get myself so lost into work and church and so many different things, thinking that helped. But again, it didn't help. Why? I didn't allow myself to go through the process. One of the biggest misconceptions also with the process is that we compare our process to other people's process. And that is a big, big, big no-no. You cannot compare your process to what somebody else's process looks like, right? And I have been there. How that person's so strong, how this, how that, they're going through this, how they go. You have to stop doing that. That spirit of comparison is dangerous. Go through your process, right? And do it for you and yourself. Don't look at your left. Don't look at your right. Don't look at your neighbor's process. Focus on your process. When you're so busy comparing yourself to other people's process, you're really not healing. You're really not healing. And again, what did I say? You go back on the merry-go-round. So you think you're healing, but you're really not, because you're so focused on someone else's process that you're missing key pointers in your own process. Alright guys, sorry, I'm heading to an event, so I had to pick you guys back up. But as I was saying, not only do we compare ourselves, right, when we're going through the different processes, but we also put a timeline on it. Like, oh my gosh, I should be better by now. Or, oh my gosh, this is taking too long. And oh my gosh, we're so busy putting a timeline on the process that we are missing key elements of the process. And that process is that it takes time to heal. It takes time for you to go through the different processes in life, whether it be grief, depression, any type of process that you're going through. It could be even a process of getting a job. We get so caught up with putting a time limit on it that we miss the whole purpose of why we are going through the process. So for me, I also got caught up in the timeline. God, this is taking too long. So I'm so busy rushing. Come on, God. Like, I'm ready to get over this hurdle. Rushing that I ultimately missed the whole point of it. And here I go, and here I was back on the merry-go-round that life put put me through, I should say. So I hop back on the merry-go-round. I haven't learned my lesson because now, first I'm comparing. Now I'm rushing the process. Here I go back on the merry-go-round. So am I really healing? No, not at all. Not at all. So I encourage you to go through your process and grow through your process. And that's where the whole growing with wisdom came about, because it's just like, I'm going through the process, but I'm going through the motions. I'm not growing from the process. And if you're going through any process in life and it's not helping you to grow, it's not bringing you substance, then it makes no sense at all. So for me personally, I had to get to a place where I slowed down. I had to slow down and be in tune to my thoughts, in tune to my feelings, in tune to life in general. And for some of us, it is hard to slow down. It is like we're on a car and we keep going, and we get lost in ministry, and we get lost at work, and we just keep going nonstop. And when we do begin to slow down, right? This is where those nuggets of depression hit. This is where those nuggets of anxiety hit. This is where life really hits you, because now you're slowing down and now you're actually dealing with the different things that you are going through. And that makes a whole world of difference. Now you're really in tune to your emotions and your feelings, and it's a scary place to be in. Very scary. And when you slow down, for me, it allowed myself to be vulnerable with myself. A lot of times we're in friendships, relationships, marriages, so many different aspects of life, and we're not vulnerable. I'm not saying that you go out there and you say your business to everyone, but I mean, you have to be vulnerable with yourself. Anyway, I'm heading to an event. I'll pick you guys back up in an hour or so. Heading out. Say hi to Garfield. Alrighty, bye guys. So I was finally able to pick you guys back up, and I left off with just talking about how being vulnerable is so important. So I want to encourage you to take whatever steps you need to take to get the help that you need, and don't feel that being vulnerable is something that is negative. Being vulnerable at times is something that can be very beneficial and very positive. So thank you guys for tuning in, and we'll have some more content for you next week. Peace out. Guys, how y'all doing? Let me take you guys into a little VBS action, Vacational Bible School for the summer. The sunny South Florida is 500 degrees out here. All right, let me take you guys in for a little look at what's happening.
Whoa, watch him catch stuck, you'll be out of luck. Watch your mouth. If I can't say it, I'ma beat him out his socks. Beat him out his socks. Beat him out his socks. Cause Jesus is my word, that is my rock. He's so firm, got him on lock. G-O-D. I'm F-R-E-E. Citizen free.
Yeah.
Even the bold. Yeah. Teach him the scripture. Make him.
EST OCOEE. I'm tryna take it higher than I ever been. They like, hello, how you mix the music with the medicine? Light on Thomas Edison. You don't know if you believe, look at my life, it's evidence. Look at my life, it's evidence. Kick the demons out, no, you can't stay up in
That's my brother-in-law. Say hi to my YouTube channel, DJ Shay. This is what disobedience look like. The young lady not supposed to be on the slide into her time.
What are you doing there? She's just doing what she wants to do.
Say hi to my vlog.
Hi. 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 Hi
What you want to tell the people?
Tell the people?
Tell the people something. Give the people a 60-second word. Go.
Dang.
30 seconds. Do something. Say something. Come on.
Dang. If they ain't reciprocating, then dip.
There you go. If you ain't getting that love reciprocated, peace out. Gang, gang. Y'all say hi to my YouTube channel. Give the people 30 seconds. What you got to say? What you got to say? 30 seconds.
Is the vibe.
Summer 2023. Get out in the sun. Do something nice for yourself. Definitely Jamaican. Look at this. Jamaican. Jamaican.
They don't love me anymore. I just want to help my son. I just want to get him dressed. That's it. I just want to put his clothes on.
How you feel? Yeah, no. Wait.
Wait, I think.
Oh my God, I can't wait.
Oh God.
OCOEE. I'm tryna take it higher than I ever been. They like, hello, how you mix the music with the medicine? Light on Thomas Edison. You don't know if you believe, look at my life.
Open up the Bible, go ahead and read. Gotta teach the youngest, gotta catch him up to speed. If I see the devil, I'ma knock him off his feet. Pick him off the bed, go ahead and preach. Hope this is all we. Hey, this ain't no neighborhood, we all together. Even the young and even the old. G is for God. O is omnipresent. D is the devil, and he be on the foot. Just like a bleeding woman, even the old. In the Bible, God made them whole. G-O-D, had to knock him off his feet. Hey, put him 6 feet, had to put him underneath. God is with me, the devil surely can't touch me. If I will never leave or force him, he's always been with me. F-R-E, set free. John 3:16, he certainly did do that for me. Hey. Okay, G-O-D, he's my G-O-D. I love G-O-D. G-O-D. G-O-D, he's my G-O-D. I love G-O-D. Okay. I don't follow y'all's way, man, I follow y'all way. I'm a product of grace. God taught me the way, taught me the way, taught me the way. God taught me how to preach. He taught me how to lead. He taught me how to keep the peace. He said that thou shalt not steal. Thou shalt not kill. But we should all heal. For that is his will. That is his will. That is his will. G-O-D. I said G-O-D. He's my G-O-D. I love G-O-D. Okay. G-O-D. Oh. Alright. G-O-D. Okay. Okay, my God is the one. He is the king. He can produce everything. Hey. G-O-D. G-O-D. I said G-O-D.